Welcome, everybody, to the Real Smoke Podcast, the podcast for people who love cigars, whiskey, and shenanigans. We are coming to you live on Instagram and YouTube from the great state of Tennessee and sitting in the Smoke Gold Stay Gold virtual cigar lounge. My name is Charles, and I'm just one half of your cigar smoking duo. With me today is my partner in crime, the man who makes you do time, the West Tennessee TriStar captain, the man who was voted best beard by the people who have no beards. The man who ain't scared to still take a nap, little Devin's big brother. He's the one, the only. Put your hands together for my buddy, Mick. What's up? You're muted.
Oh, man. Was that part about Devin in last week, or was that new? I might have missed it last week.
That's new.
I like it, man. It was awesome. I enjoy surprises. Yeah. That was great. No, man, things are good, brother. How about you?
That was something I threw in just for the heck of it.
Love it.
Doing good. We have a pretty good guest on tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I hear he's an all right guy. That's what I hear.
You hear he's an all right guy?
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I heard.
Before we get started, what are you smoking?
Tonight, I am having the 2023 limited edition Cavalier. What are you having?
I'm having the USA exclusive from Cavalier.
Very nice.
We did try to get the same cigar, but yeah, I wonder who our guest is. We tried to get the same cigar, but yeah, that shit didn't work out. So Mick's going to review his cigar, so we'll stop in with Mick every once in a while. Hell, I may even review mine as well, and we'll stop in and see what everything's like, and we'll do this on the fly. But how about we bring in our guy?
Let's do it.
Our guest tonight is the director of sales and partner of Cavalier Cigars. He's also a partner of FCT Cigar Factory in Honduras. He's the international ambassador for the TriStar Herf Crew. The one, the only bearded legend himself, Brian Motola. What's up, brother?
Coming at you live from Dortmund, Germany.
Man.
Ooh,
Germany.
Let's talk about that. Where are you? You're in Germany.
We've got our annual pilgrimage to Germany for cigar trade show. Starts tomorrow. I think I have an 8:15 in the lobby. I have to meet Sebastian, and it is 2:00 in the morning right now.
Holy crap! Yeah, I remember when I sent you a message. I remember when I sent you a message asking you if you wanted to be our first guest, and you asked when, and I told you. You said, "Yeah, I'll be in Germany." It's like, cool. Wait, what time is it going to be there? Oh, about 2:00 in the morning.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world, you know. I mean, no, I wouldn't miss it for the world, you know. And just to keep it real, I think we might do what the college kids do and just stay up all night and go right to the trade show tomorrow. I mean, what do I have to do tomorrow? I have to smoke cigars and talk to people.
Man, it sounds like a rough.
It could be worse. Could be worse.
Now, I do have to tell you that I'm not smoking right now because the only area I could smoke outside the hotel is surrounded by rooms. And I didn't want to wake up people, and I didn't want to be that ugly American, like 2:00 in the morning. Who the hell's down there on the patio making all that noise, So I'm tucked away in my room. I won't be smoking, but I do have on deck for tomorrow.
Ooh, the black.
A black series petite number 2, and that'll be my first baby tomorrow morning, or maybe after the show. I don't know.
It is morning already, so I mean, hey, why not go for it, brother?
Yeah, have that morning cigar. New definition to the morning cigar.
Well, when it comes to like your lineup, one of the cigars I enjoy smoking in the mornings is the Viso Jalapa. That's my all day, any day. It doesn't matter if it's my coffee cigar or if I'm going to end the night with it. That's what I usually tend to gravitate towards. And that is actually my closer for tonight. So,
wow, it's a great cigar. You know, here's the problem. Here's the problem with having your first cigar of the day at 2 a.m. We could be staring down a 15 cigar day by tomorrow night.
Dang.
My personal record was like 3 or 4 up until the day I hung out with you at Smokers Abbey, Memphis, and I think I hit 6 that day. So yeah, you're a good influencer. Good influence.
I have that effect on people.
We have B. Quarios says, "Let's go." I guess he's enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Jordan? Jordan says he loves the backdrop.
Yeah.
Fernando.
Definitely better than mine.
The backdrop is amazing, bro.
I appreciate it. Are you talking this one or the one that's actually on the computer?
Well, both of them. Yours behind you, and the intro was so awesome. It was like, do it again, do it again, do it again. I want you to do it again.
I like that. I saw you jamming down to the music, so that was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Fernando's there. What's up, Fernando?
Fernando. Smokey. Hey. What's up, brother?
We found out who this is. Bessie's on. What's up, Bessie?
Bessie. What's up, girl?
What's up, Bess? We are keeping it real here, live from Dortmund, Germany, at 2 a.m. Cool, there's a whole bunch of German people sleeping right now.
Oh, that's funny. Jordan says the one showing behind me. So awesome. All right. So what are you in Germany for? Tell us about it.
So every year there's a trade show in Dortmund, Germany. Now, Dortmund, for those of you that haven't been here, in all fairness, Germany's a beautiful country, with the exception of Dortmund, Germany. It's just a horrific town. But they have this massive convention space that shares a parking lot with the football stadium, not American football, the other one, I guess soccer stadium for those that aren't hip and into it. They share a parking lot with that stadium, and that stadium can draw up to 100,000 people. So 2 years ago I was here. 2 years ago I was here, and there was a game on Saturday, and I told Sebastian, there's no way I'm going anywhere near that convention center. And so I took off and did a little tour in France. I was just like, I got on a train, had no plan, no nothing, just went to France and kicked it. But so that's why we have this convention in Dortmund, because they have this massive convention center, and this trade show is enormous because it's for all the rest of the world cigar guys, but then there's also a ton of the other smoky stuff, the vapes, I don't know if there's marijuana, cannabis, but it's massive. Like, you can walk this trade show floor for probably 4 days and not see it all.
Wow,
that's huge.
It's a big space.
Compared to the ones that's over here in the States, like PCA and stuff like that, how much bigger is this compared to any of the other ones that you go to?
You could fit PCA probably in the lobby of this place.
Jesus.
It's massive. And cigars is a big portion of it, right? Because all the distributors from around the world come to this. So it's a great time for us to meet with distributors, because having to travel and see all these people would take a really long time. So it's really nice that we all come to one place once a year, get to see people. And what's really cool is you see people that it's a year has gone by, and you pick up right where you left off with them. It's so incredible. That's the beautiful thing about the cigar industry. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's awesome. So let's talk about your trip. When did you leave?
So my trip, I think they made a movie about it. It was 3 airplanes,
Planes, trains, and automobiles?
one train, plane, trains, and automobiles. It was 3 airplanes, 1 train, and 2 taxis. And I left Miami yesterday afternoon at 5:30 at night, and I arrived in Germany 5:30 the next night. It took me about 24 hours to get here. It was partially my fault because I didn't pay attention when I booked my flight. I just was more concerned about where I was sitting on the plane than where it was actually going. And I ended up going from Miami to New York, New York to London, London to Dusseldorf, Germany. And on my flight down, there was like a bunch of manufacturers, LFD, 1502, Crux. There was a lot of cigar industry people on the flight, but they flew directly from Miami to London. I took a little tour, got to see New York skyline at night. Not a horrible thing, but it did add a little bit more time to my trip.
So how was the plane trip?
I did discover an airline that's worse than American Airlines, and that's British Airways. And they're part of the One World, whatever that means. I don't know. But they do some of the most janky shit that you'd ever want to see. When I went to Norway is when I noticed it, because I had a British Airways flight from London to Oslo. And so they have first class on their plane, first class. And what it was is they just put a tray in front of the middle seat. So yeah, you had room, right? But it was still this tiny little seat. And they're just unbelievable. The flight attendants are rude. I was sitting on the window. I like to look out the window. That's why I'm on the window seat. She's like, "Can you close your shade?" I'm like, it's dark out, but I'm looking at the clouds go by, She's like, "No, you got to put the shade down because people are trying to sleep." I'm like, "There is no light coming in." And I'm on the window because I like to look at the cloud formations. Every once in a while you see something really cool and you snap a picture of it. That's just that. I can't sleep on a plane, right? I'm not one of those people that can sleep on a plane. I can sense everybody that moves or walks by me or does anything. So I don't even try to sleep on the plane. So I'm rewatching, which is really fun. This is the best part about living in Honduras and having a wife who's Honduran. I'm rewatching Prison Break, but in Spanish.
Oh, wow.
And there is nothing funnier than listening to Teabag speak Spanish. It's freaking hysterical.
Oh, damn. Well, I will say this really quickly. We did find out that Instagram booted us right at the startup. Instagram just now let us go live on Instagram. So they have missed the first 14 minutes so far. So, but thanks to all the people on there. Yeah, Instagram sucks. We did have Ryan jump on. Ryan's on here, and we've got a lot of TriStar people on here tonight. Ryan's on here. What's up, Ryan? Paul's on here. Paul says, "What's up, fellas?" And then we got everybody letting me know that it's not on Instagram, but it's on there now. So it's good. So we got people finally joining on Instagram, and we finally got people joining on here. So that's awesome.
Nice. I am digging for something since you said it. I'm gonna give a shameless plug here.
Hells yeah!
There we go. TriStar.
It's in Germany, fellas. It's in Germany, and I think I think this year it has 134,000 miles on it.
That's
Just this
absolutely
year.
insane.
You definitely.
So,
You still
how
my
many
questions.
how many countries?
So let's see. It's been in this year. Uh,
Uh-oh.
The
German
gremlins have
connection.
got him. Yep, it's that German connection.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Come in, Brian.
He may have to reset. So let's go ahead and do this really quickly. While he does that, let's. How's your cigar
Yeah,
going?
Oh man, it's great. Honestly, of all those Cavalier cigars I've had, I've never had this one, and I believe there was one other one. I think it's the same other one I picked up was the Prospector. That's a fucking geese. Can we make that a segment too about me shooting a geese? That'd be.
We're just gonna call it fucking geese. Yeah.
Fucking geese. Anyway, yeah, this thing's outstanding so far. I'm only in the first third, so I'm very, very pleased with that.
Nice.
There's really not a bad Cavalier, to be honest. I mean, it's become one of my top brands, if not the top brand that I enjoy smoking. So,
well,
how about you,
let
man?
me just say this. Before I do that, I just checked the Instagram messages. This person says, "Hello, everyone. I'm 43,000 feet in the air on the flight to Germany for Intertabak. Incredible that I can see and hear you on the flight's Wi-Fi." From Carlito Fuente Jr.
Jesus mighty, that is so cool, man. That is so cool. Oh,
Mr.
hey, I forgot to tell you that.
I was about to say, Mr. Fuente, if you're watching us on here, we say what's up, and we would love to have you on here sometime as well.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, we are an open door. We love getting to meet people and talk to people in the industry. So hell yeah, man. Reach out to us, me, or Charles, either one. Yeah, that's awesome that you're watching us while flying to Germany. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, flying in the air and being able to do that's pretty awesome. I'm just impressed that the Wi-Fi is able to let you do that. I think I'm more impressed with that than anything.
Yeah, I've never watched a full movie without getting cut off 4 times. So yeah, that's very impressive. Very impressive. So I was going to ask you this morning too. I was just kind of killing some time here. Who is the owner or maybe the head roller for Matilde? Do you know that offhand or no?
Enrique Sejas. Enrique is an amazing guy. So
he just started following us this morning. Yeah, he just started following us this morning and said, I thought that was him because I clicked on it and everything was Matilde. And I'm like, huh. So I started doing a little research and then I had to go into work. So I figured you'd know offhand.
Oh, yeah. Matilde's one of my favorite cigar brands, period. But being able to get to meet him and talk with him and I would say that I talk to him like I do with Brian. He's a really good guy, really personable. He would be a great one.
Hell yeah.
To be able to get on here.
I think he's on our list, isn't he? I think that's the list we've put together for the guys we want to get on. So,
Carlito Fuente Jr. It would be my honor to join you and everyone someday. Thank you.
Man, that's great.
It would be our honor, and we appreciate it. So, we'll try to set that up sometime.
Cheers and safe travels, brother. Hey, before I forget, because I know we're going to get wrapped back up with Brian here, I also want to give my daughter a shout out. Not sure she's actually on yet, but she'll eventually listen to it and critique the shit out of this. So, Kylie, thank you. Thank you for your support, and thank you for hooking us up with some pretty cool graphics and some behind-the-scenes shit. So we appreciate you, girl. Love you.
I will give you a shout out as well. I know I've told your dad many times to tell you thank you and for everything that you've done. So I appreciate you as well. So while we're waiting on Brian, I need to actually check my phone and see if he's sent me a message and said, like, oh shit, what happened? I think that just because we said that Instagram sucks, that Instagram got him. So
they shut him down.
I think that, just shut him down completely. But I did have it to where, there he is.
I am back. Sorry.
There he is.
I usually give the disclaimer when I'm in Honduras that the internet could go away, but like I'm watching my phone, I have full bars and 5G, and then all of a sudden it just went away. Like it just went away. I was like, shit. Do I need to put quarters in the Wi-Fi or what do I?
That's great.
But
Well, we thought that Instagram heard us say that Instagram sucks, so they kidnapped you.
well, I was blaming it on you guys because I'm like they said those things, and so they cut the feed. But I'm back. I apologize for that. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again. I did a quick reboot on the phone, and I'm back to 5G with full bars. So I did do a little bit of homework before to check it out. The Wi-Fi isn't that great in the hotel. That's why I'm not using it. But the connection's perfect. I'm sitting right by my window, so I'm not in a bunker. You know. I don't know.
While you
Sorry
were
about
gone,
that, guys.
while you were gone, some guy was messaging us saying he's watching us live. He's streaming it on a plane headed to Inter-Quebec. So I'm like, that is
nice.
fucking cool as shit. Like he's in mid-flight watching us. Like I don't know who wants to watch us mid-flight, but I mean, I guess it's pretty cool.
No, that's badass. That's badass.
It's amazing.
Well, it was Carlito Fuente Jr.
Carlito Fuente Jr. Nice. I
Cool
think
stuff.
they know a little bit about cigars, those people, huh?
Do they have a brand?
I
think so.
Yeah, I can't.
From what I hear, they're
can't
very
remember.
popular.
I can't remember the name of it though. Let's just go with Fuente. How's that?
Yeah.
They probably named it after themselves. That's what I would think.
Oh, that's great.
No, that's cool, man. I'm sorry for the interruption, but I am back.
You're good.
Nah, it's. Hey, I mean, we've been on Hearst with you in Honduras, and all you had to do was turn your head a certain way, and the Wi-Fi went out. So we get it.
Yeah, Honduras is treacherous with that. I'm actually Starlink is available now, so I think that's my next move is to get Starlink. I don't know how or what or how to go about it, but it is available in Honduras.
Well, I would start looking into that one.
No, I am, and it'll help with these when I'm traveling too. But that's cool though. There's a lot of people here in Dortmund. I'm actually outside of Dortmund because we didn't book our hotels early enough, so we're about a half hour from Dortmund right now because the hotels fill up really quick, and they're really cheap when there's no convention going on. But when there's a convention going on, they make their money. That's for sure.
No doubt.
So without the risk of pissing off all of Germany, what do you think of Germany?
So Germany is beautiful. Dortmund is not. In fact, the girl at customs was laughing today because she's like, "What's the purpose of your visit?" I'm like, "I'm going to the ugliest place that Germany has to offer." And she looked at me and she goes, "You're going to Dortmund too?"
That's funny.
That's great.
So it's not it's not just you that thinks that.
No, she agreed with me. She was like, "I totally agree with you. There's so many other beautiful places in Germany. Why are you all going to Dortmund?" And I said, "Yeah, there's about 8 guys behind me. They're all going to tell you the same thing. We're going to Dortmund." And then I explained to her that there's a trade show every year in September, and we all go. And she goes, "Oh, that makes sense. That would be the only reason you'd want to go to Dortmund." So yeah,
let's jump into a couple of things about you before you pass out on us.
Nah,
By
I'm
the way,
good.
let's do a time check. What time is it?
2:25.
Oh, it's just time to
You're the
party.
Yeah, the night's still young.
So
You know what's
when
going
we
to
did the
happen?
introduction, what?
You know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to get off of the podcast and I'm going to lay in bed and not be able to fall asleep.
You'll be thinking about all of our
Probably.
great times we've had and all our great questions and laughing about the dumb shit that happens in Memphis. And you just won't be able to sleep, man.
That's it. I
Wait,
won't be able to sleep.
Speaking of Memphis, you broke some awesome news to us in Memphis. It's due in February. You want to break that news?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so my wife's having a baby boy. Jose
Congratulations.
Emilio Motola Gonzalez is going to come into the world in February. And I am so excited. That applause is for my 57-year-old seaman that apparently still swims.
Give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me? Gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
That's actually how the baby was conceived.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Man, you are spot on with the buttons tonight, brother.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just over here thinking about, Brian describing it, and I'm just
Emotional damage.
Yeah, I'm excited, right? So at 57, it should not be a time to bring a new baby into the world, but my wife wanted another child, so I will not deprive her of that, and I have a heart big enough for everybody, so I'm all good with it.
It sounds like it's not the heart that's the only thing that's big enough for everybody.
Hey,
Wow.
I will say this on a serious note, man. I know you and Charles have been close for a long time, and I feel like we got to hang out for a good amount of time that day in Memphis, man. It was my first time meeting you personally, but honestly, dude, your views on things in the world and whatever, that kid couldn't be luckier, and your wife couldn't be luckier to have somebody with them and protecting them. Like you're a great dude, man, and your outlook on things is fucking outstanding. So we applaud you.
Yeah, and then I get to do guy shit with him when he turns 18,
Absolutely.
And that's the part I'm really looking forward to. And, I have older children, and my youngest boy is pretty excited to have a younger brother. And, he's like, can I take him hunting? Can I take him fishing? I'm like, absolutely, 100%. We're gonna have another hunter and another fisherman on our hands, and
Awesome.
So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Well, in honor of that one, we just had a couple of Lure Cigars jumped on here and said, "Hey, Brian," and then said, "Congratulations on the baby." And February is his birth month too, so February is my wife's birth month, so I've done told Brian that let's shoot for the 4th.
I think we can maybe make that happen. I know how to induce labor. I have read that on the internet.
The same way as conception.
That's right. No, those guys at Lure are great people. I got to spend some time. The whole family was at an event in Kentucky, and we got to spend a little time with them. And they're great people. And, that's the thing I love about this industry is And it's funny because people that aren't involved in the cigar industry, they think like that we're competing with each other. We're really not. What we're all doing is building awareness of premium hand rolled cigars. And the more people that can spread that word, the better and the healthier this industry would be. So I don't look at other brands as competitors. I mean, I'm sure some people think that way. Maybe, I don't know, but I certainly don't look at it that way. Um, we look at it as just furthering the development of this industry. Because let's be real, how many people actually smoke premium hand rolled cigars? It's got to be less than
Not
1/10
much.
of 1% of the population. It's a small
Yeah.
group of people.
Probably.
So the more people we can have out there as ambassadors for the industry, whether you're a smoker, whether you're a brand owner, whether you're a factory owner, whether you're just somebody lurking in the background going, should I check this out? Should I see what this world's all about? And I got asked the coolest question one time. I was in Chicago, and a girl said to me, I don't understand this whole cigar thing. Can you explain it to me? And I said, I'm going to tell you the one thing you need to know about cigars. And she got real excited because she thought I was going to explain to her about, tobacco, binder, filler, wrapper, all that. No, what I told her is cigars bring people together. Look at us tonight. Here we are. You guys are in Tennessee. I'm in Germany, but we're here because we share this common love for premium hand-rolled cigars. And we're not smokers. We're not smokers. We don't identify as smokers. I just had to get life insurance for the baby, for myself, once I found out the baby. And the first question they asked me was, do you smoke? And I said, no, I absolutely do not, because I know what you're asking me. You're not asking me, do I smoke cigars? You're asking me, do I smoke cigarettes? And I do not.
Yep. No, I couldn't agree with you more, man.
I will. Go ahead, Mick.
No, I was just gonna say I can't agree with you more, man. We Charles and I feel the exact same way, man. We're just trying to have fun with this, and we've said it since the first episode that we want to collaborate with other cigar podcasts, with people that are just out there having fun and bring more people in, and like you said, bring us awareness to this great world of people. I mean, it's pretty rare I find another cigar lover and like somebody who's really into enjoying cigars with people that I dislike. They're good people that really just want to tell you a story or hang out or just enjoy that moment with another human being. And that's something that we're just trying to build as well and have fun with it, man. And people like you out there doing the same thing is just amazing. We appreciate it.
I always say this, right? Like, there's a pretty good chance that if I saw you two guys in a grocery store and we didn't know each other, we're probably going to walk by each other and not say a word to each other, which is really sad because you guys are great people, and I would have missed out on two great people. But because we bring the cigars brought us together, we've had countless of hours of conversation. We've sat until Charles and I sat one time until 2 a.m. in Memphis. And, that's really the magic that is the premium hand-rolled cigar industry, is that it brings people together that normally wouldn't come together. And for whatever reason, I don't know, just the way we're wired as people, but because we share that common bond, we've gotten to know each other, and it's amazing. And my life is better because I have you guys in my life. And that goes for everybody on the podcast, from Fernando to Jordan to Bessie to, I don't know if Jack is on here, but whoever's on here, the people that I've got to spend some time with has made my life better. And that is really an incredible thing. And it's really what the politicians that are trying to regulate us and tax us out of existence, they don't see this side of it because they're blind to it.
Absolutely.
Preach.
Oh yeah, bro.
100%. 100%.
Well,
Can I
see,
get
I
an
will
amen
say
to that?
this.
Amen,
I
brother.
don't have an amen, but I will have it soon. But I will say this, from when we met you until now, we've been together in Memphis quite a few times now, and one of the best memories I have is walking downtown Memphis. Me, you, Jordan, Paul. We're going downtown, and just to get a Dyer's burger, just sitting in that place having a burger, bullshitting, giving the people in there hell. That was probably one of my favorite experiences. Then you go to this time, and it's 100 freaking degrees in Memphis. Whoever decided that we were going to be outside in Memphis was crazy. That was my idea. I'm sorry. Apologize. But we're out there throwing cornhole forever, and we're dripping wet. We're nasty. We've been, some of us have been drinking all day. I don't know who. I think I smoked more cigars that day. I smoked, I think, 2 or 3 cigars just during the time of playing cornhole. So,
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something, again, like you said, we may have walked past each other if we're walking through Walmart or something, but there's something, there's an equalizer, and there's a bond over people who enjoy cigars. And I'm the same way. I don't, when I went and got my new doctor, first question he asked is, "Are you a smoker?" And I said, "I smoke cigars." And he said, "So that's a no then." And I looked at him and said, "So you understand?" He said, "I understand." So
No, he should be the doctor for all of us.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, my doctor's a great doctor. He's got me turned around in the best ways now, so it's awesome. But the people from Lore Cigars did say that we need to reach out to Simple Stogie Podcast.
Okay.
That sounds good. I don't think I've seen that one. I would love to have Lore Cigars on here, and I would love to have them on our Herf with TriStar Herf crew sometime, so our club members can get to know them, as well as we can get them on here, and we can do our thing on here with them as well.
Yeah, I will.
That
I
would
will
be
say
awesome.
quick. I'll say quick too, and this is my last little sentimental cigar story. But I would not have been part of the TriStar Herf crew or met Charles or any of the guys, or even you, Brian. I knew who you were, but I would have never really met you if it wouldn't have been for TriStar, which was because of my first kind of playing around with podcast deal. I definitely would not have had the experiences without meeting Charles, without meeting you. If it wasn't for the cigar world, it kind of brought everybody together. So for me, especially being this far from where I grew up and family and friends, it means a ton to me, man. It keeps me occupied, and I've met some of the greatest fucking people just through the cigar world. So it's just amazing, man.
Amen to that, brother.
We got Robert on here, said, "I've made friends with some of the best people over a cigar." 100% agree. Foley's Smoked says, "Cigar community is something special. Very grateful to be a part of it."
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I completely agree.
It's amazing. No, it really is. And, you guys, I take my hat off to you guys that do these podcasts, because it's not easy. It takes a lot of work, and we're very grateful. Oh man.
Fucking geese.
Shoot them. It's almost duck season.
I'm sorry.
I told we were on the Herf last night, and Mick started having those geese back there going nuts. I told him, every time the geese go nuts, I'm just gonna start twitching like I'm having some kind of freaking seizure or something.
Oh,
so if you see me, if you see me spazzing out, it's Mick's geese, and that's what
if
we're
the
gonna
fucking
call
neighbors,
Mick's geese.
If the fucking neighbors would quit feeding them, man, they would not have this problem. It's driving me insane.
Yeah. My trigger finger is itchy because I love to duck hunt. Some of my greatest.
Mine too, but look, probably hit something.
Oh yeah. You can't duck hunt. You can't goose hunt or duck hunt there. But some of my greatest memories are with my son sitting in a duck blind, smoking a cigar, just watching the sun come up, and then just having a great day. Sometimes we shoot ducks, sometimes we don't. And but we just have the most amazing time. And so I like to equate the cigar industry with hunting because a lot of people don't understand hunting either, right? Like we say we don't identify as smokers. I identify as somebody that loves animals, but I love to shoot and eat them too, right?
Oh yeah.
And I think if you guys ever watched Meat Eater, the guy on that show, I think his name is Steve. I'm probably going to butcher his last name. It's either Rennell or Grinnell. But he did a whole episode on the duality of being somebody that can identify as somebody that loves animals, but yet somebody that'll go out and hunt and eat them. Because for me, there's nothing more satisfying than going out and shooting dinner. It's just amazing, right? It beats going to Walmart, you know?
Absolutely. I agree completely, man.
So I think cigar smokers and hunters are misunderstood by the people that don't participate in that world.
I agree. I had some great memories with my dad growing up, man. I can't say I was ever the world's biggest hunter, but I hunted with my dad and my brothers, and those memories are something I'll take with me forever, you know. And I killed a lot of animals, and I killed a lot of deer, and I definitely enjoyed my time out there because it's so peaceful in nature most times. But it's just the memories are really what hangs around for me, man. It was a great time.
Yeah, I had a cousin one time. She identifies as a Native American Indian, which that's cool. You want to do that, go right ahead. But she made a statement one time and said, "I hate all hunters." And I just said, "Okay, now I got to stop you because you don't understand what you're talking about. Because for us, we do more as hunters for animal conservation than you do as a self-proclaimed Native American. Like every license I buy, every tag that I purchase, every duck dinner that I go to, every raffle that I'm part of goes towards animal conservation." And I'm like, how much do you contribute to animal conservation other than just saying, "I hate all hunters"? Because that's your contribution to animal conservation. But we as hunters preserve population, right? I mean, that's what we do, you know.
They'll be the first person to complain about hitting a deer as well, though, which is the crazy part. It always makes me laugh when they're like, "A fucking deer, I hit it with my car." Well, that's because they're overpopulated. But
yeah, well, it's like alligators in Florida. We were just having this conversation last night. There's 1.5 million alligators in the wild in Florida. And they issued 12,000 tags. 12,000 tags.
Jeez.
That doesn't even put a dent in the population. And then they're wondering why grandma gets eaten in her backyard by an alligator. Well, there's 1.5 million. They're running out of food, you know? Like there's not enough food to support these animals. And if you don't hunt them, they just starve and die a miserable death rather than becoming a tasty hamburger. So if you really want to get to know me,
Adventures of SJ. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Who's SJ? No, who's SJ?
We had the Adventures of SJ just ask, does anybody have a favorite? Does any of us have a favorite whiskey bourbon cigar pairing? That's going to be simple for Brian.
Yeah, I don't.
Brian does not drink.
I'm a rummer.
So
I'm a rummer tequila guy.
I don't know anything about whiskey or bourbon, so
the professional here. So let me give my introduction. Reviewer for Cigar Public, does pairings pretty much on a weekend, everyday basis. One of the best in the industry, Charles Ruth, everyone.
Yay! Give it up for him. Come on, we'll hit that button.
There we go. All right,
There you go.
I was late on that one. Okay, so Brian, you don't drink. What do you like to drink with your cigars? Do you have anything that is something that you go to?
Well, yeah. So being somebody that doesn't drink, right, and it's been over 30 plus years, I get asked that question a lot. So I go out and I start searching for things to pair with cigars that are non-alcoholic, right? And they can very easily be transitioned into adult beverages if you want. So I've discovered one that's amazing. Our white series, which is a very light Habano with a Connecticut binder. Not to get into wrapper binder filler because you can read.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Each. Well,
Oh, there he is.
I'm
He's
here.
back.
Oh, there he is.
So our white series pairs amazing with black tea with peach flavor in it. It's amazing. And then I started looking at milkshakes, right? Like different milkshakes, like berry milkshake or a banana milkshake. If you get the right Habano cigar and a banana milkshake, you will actually make bananas Foster right there in front of your eyes. It'll be like the most amazing thing. So I've gone out on a limb and I've searched for milkshakes, which can be turned into adult beverages, tea, which could be turned into an adult beverage. So my non-alcoholic ones are just as good as everybody else's adult beverage ones.
So Brian, I actually got one for you to try out if you haven't tried it yet. And this is going to sound ridiculous because I'm not one of those people that like go out and try all the new weird sodas and drinks and all that shit because there's something new that comes out every week. But did you guys see there's Oreo, Coca-Cola, Coke Zero?
No.
It is, dude, it tastes like you're ate an Oreo, like you're chewing it up and you take a sip of Coke after. It tastes like Oreo and Coca-Cola, and I'm like, I have to pair this with a cigar somehow because you get the chocolate and then like the cola taste, and it has to pair well with a good Maduro. I haven't done it yet, but it's actually really fucking good.
Wow, that's interesting. I did Yoo-Hoo the other night. Yoo-Hoo was amazing. Has to be in a glass bottle, otherwise it doesn't taste the same. But just like Coke in a glass bottle is next level. Absolutely. Right? Like, absolutely. It's my guilty pleasure. It's next level. First of all, it's made from real sugar, right? Not that laboratory rat stuff. It's made from real cane sugar, and the glass bottle just, I mean, it's literally my guilty pleasure in Honduras. We'll leave the house, we'll walk down the street to a little, like what we would call convenience store, but they're even smaller than that. And I'll get a Coke in a glass bottle, and it is just absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Strangest thing, but it's so good. Absolutely.
So, Mick, what is yours? What do you pair with?
So, I've been a tequila guy forever. I'll either do a margarita or a reposado or añejo tequila. I do have some favorites. I like Clase Azul. I like Siete Ligue 7. That's probably my favorite tequilas. But it's always, even when I'm doing a margarita as a mixer, there's a lot of people that go Blanco. But I enjoy an añejo or a reposado because I like to taste my tequila in my drink. But recently, I've been pairing everything with rum. I've gone down this weird path with right now I have Diplomatico sipping rum. I've been researching every kind of rum and researching what what kind is best just to sit neat or on the rocks. And everything I smoke is pretty much Maduro, medium plus to completely top end of the spectrum. So, yeah, I know what I like to smoke. I know what I like to drink. Does it always pair perfectly? Probably not, but I mean, I'm enjoying what I enjoy. So that's just, I'm not sure I'm the best person to say pairings, but I know what I like. And right now it's rum and a Cavalier cigar.
Nice. Well, if you notice, I was pulling bottles down from behind me. Behind me is what we call the bottle kill bar. So if once a bottle's been killed, it goes up here. So every one of the bottles behind me are empty. It makes a nice little, I'm in an outdoor space. So if it had liquid in it, it's going to freeze. But I pulled down 3 bottles. When it comes to like and I've got 3 bottles because it's 3 different ones that I love with 3 different cigars that are Cavalier. The Domaine Rouge, love that cigar. That to me, if you haven't tried Broken Barrel Heresy straight rye whiskey, it's 105 proof. That's a great one to go to. If I was smoking the USA exclusive, I love that one with Early Times, Bottom and Bond. Great drink. And then if I was smoking the black, which I enjoy, it's Old Forester. Just Old Forester 100. That's my go-tos. So I enjoy a good bourbon and whiskey.
Yeah, that's Charles is
as you should.
the guy you should listen. Yeah, Charles is the one you guys should all listen to. Anyone who tunes into this, because honestly, like I said, he's got an amazing fucking palate, and it's ridiculous. So just go off those pairings. If you enjoy bourbon / whiskey and a good cigar, you definitely won't be going wrong.
Robert says his milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, or the cigars to the yard.
When I was a drinking man, I used to love to make adult root beer floats. Dark rum, root beer with a little bit of vanilla ice cream, and they paired amazing with any cigar.
I'm down for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But don't use your sipping rums.
That one.
Okay.
Don't use your sipping rums for that. Get something cheap like holy shit, dark rum. Captain Morgan's dark rum? Is that dark rum? It's been 33 years, so
or a Bacardi maybe or something like that.
I'm not a rum person. I can't get into it. I have just now started getting into redneck cheap tequila, but I partner it with some Topo Chico. So I'm not doing the whole tequila sipping. I don't enjoy it that much, but it does make a good Topo Chico ranch water.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and you guys are in Tennessee, so somebody should be pairing moonshine.
You're not wrong.
It's already being done. It's already being done.
Nice.
So how did you get hooked up with Cavalier?
That. Cavalier.
Oh, I will.
So Cavalier, my history with Cavalier goes back to a multi-vendor event in Virginia. One of the hottest days I can ever remember in my life. I was at a multi-vendor event with Sebastian was there. And he's, a lot younger than I am, but so I'm going to call him a kid, and I have every right to, although he's not. He's a very mature young man, but I'm going to call him a kid because he is. He's the kind of kid that I liked instantly. Like the minute I met him, I liked him. And we stayed in touch after that event. It was so hot that day that I had one of those old school air conditioners, you know, the floor units in your hotel.
Right.
And when I got back from the event, I stripped down naked and was like hovering over my air conditioner. And I didn't realize that I was on the first floor.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, there you go. I was on the first floor. The curtains were open, and everybody in the parking lot was watching me. You know.
Gotta give him that hawk too and spit on.
But so anyway, so I stayed in touch with Sebastian, and then I helped him with a few things. He needed distribution, and so I had built a foreign trade zone for another brand, and part of that strategy was to help other brands. So we brought Sebastian in, and then I got to know him really well. And then one day he called me up on the phone, and he said, "I'm thinking about opening a factory in Honduras." I said, "Well, I'm in," you know. And he's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 wait a second." So now, back up a little bit about Sebastian. He's from Switzerland. He does have those European characteristics where I like to move really quick and break shit and fix it later. So he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I was asking your opinion." I'm like, "Well, I just gave it to you. I'm in. Do you want to talk about this, or do you want to do it?" So this was in November, and the factory opened January of that year. So that's how I got involved. Yeah.
Wow. That's quick, man.
Yeah,
That's a really quick turnaround.
Yeah, and you can build without permits down there, right? So it's amazing how quickly business can move when you take the bureaucracy out of it.
Yeah.
But I'm still to this day, even at 57, I move really fast. I break things and then I fix them and then keep moving. And then I move fast and break stuff and fix stuff and keep moving. You know, it's just the way I like to do it. You know, but it's been a great time. 4 years now going on in the factory, and then I think I'm in my third year with the brand Cavalier. And
awesome.
you know, it's just, look, this industry is a lot of fun if you just accept it for that fact, right? I mean, we're just two guys that love tobacco, and we're just putting out great cigars and having a great time while we're doing it. I mean, I've overdone it a little bit on the travel this year, but you know, that's also part of it, and it's the greatest part of my job per se. I hate to call it a job because it doesn't really feel like one, but it's also the hardest part of my job because like I would love to come and hang out with you guys more, but it's just such a big world out there that it takes forever to travel around, and you know, there's no efficient way to move about on the road, you know, and it's getting harder and harder because the prices of hotels, the prices of airfare are just ridiculous. I wanted to go back home. My son has a deer tag, and I wanted to go back to Reno, and it's just like, I'm not paying $1,400 to fly to Reno. It's just not happening.
Great.
You know? It's Reno, you know?
So,
I mean,
yeah, I was telling Charles before the show. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it, man.
No, I was just going to tell Charles before the show. It's amazing. I love what you guys do, man. We honestly, from not knowing what a Cavalier cigar was probably 3 years ago to becoming, honestly, probably my favorite brand. I love what you guys do. Everybody's so down to earth and just cool people, and that plays a small part in it. But how great the fucking cigars are is for me. I don't pick up a Cavalier without being like, fuck, this is good. Like every one I pick up, I think is it becomes one of my top shelf cigars, you know, in my humidor. So it's definitely, I love what you guys are doing. And while I stole the mic here for a second, you said if you're really sleepy, you might spill the beans on something. How the fuck do we get one of those rings that he keeps posting about? I mean, come on.
I think he's doing a contest for it. I don't have the details of it. It's actually one of the things I have written down to talk to him about, because he and I haven't been in the same place in a while. I think Colorado was the last place we were together at the Rocky Mountain cigar event, which by the way is the best, hands down, the best multi-vendor event. Everybody that does a multi-vendor event needs to go out to Colorado, see how they do this. 2,500 people, I think, came this year, and it is so organized and so amazing. It's a great time. It's literally the only multi-vendor that I put on my calendar the day I leave for the following year.
Wow. Okay. I'll put that on the calendar, man.
Cool to go to. Yeah, that would be cool to go to. So tell us about the factory. You're a partner in FCT, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. So how did y'all come about deciding, okay, now it's time to open up a factory instead of just being the brand?
Well, so if you think about it, it's the only one of the few industries that I know of. Like Coke doesn't make Pepsi, right? And Pepsi doesn't make Coke. But for some reason in the cigar industry, it's become acceptable to have a third-party manufacturer of your product, which is fine. If that's what you want to do, that's great. But it doesn't allow you to control the process the way you want it controlled. And oftentimes these other factories have their own brands that take priority over your brand. So you find yourself waiting for product a lot of times, right? Like, all right, we're going to make it for you, but we got to get our brand done first, and then we're going to make yours. So that's one thing that we don't do at our factory. If we bring you on as a client, you're a priority right there with us. We don't differentiate between Cavalier and some other contract people that we roll for. They're the same priority as Cavalier. So deciding to open up a factory just gives you that control, and it allows you to do more things and be more flexible with what you want to do. And if you want to take a flyer on something, see how it's going to work. Like this year was the year of line extensions for us. If you notice, we didn't come out with any new brands this year. We just touched up some of the existing core lines. We did Coronas in white, black, and Viso. We did Petite number 2s, which is a little torpedo, short little torpedo guy. We did that in white, black, and Viso. We did the Tempura, little 4x60 in white, black, and Viso.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that one, man. I'm a big fan of pigs. That's awesome.
Yeah, tell us. I know y'all are calling it Tempura, but I still gotta call it the pigs because I just like calling them pigs. It's not my favorite.
No, I do
size. Too. It drives me nuts every time I smoke one, but it's always interesting to try a new one in that size. So tell us about those.
It's just a fun size, right? I mean, and it's a classic Cuban cigar size, right? Nobody owns that name. Nobody has the right to that name. But I like to call them little piggies because that's what they are. They're little, short, little 4x60s. And those of you that know me know that I don't smoke big ring gauges. So for me to smoke something that's 4x60, it's because it's tapered at the end, right?
Yep.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with a box press. I can smoke a box press 60 versus a round 60 because it's just too big. I like smaller ring gauges, and once you discover, and as I get older, my ring gauge keeps getting smaller. So, I love the smaller ring gauges, and so like the Coronas in the Viso white and black are just absolutely amazing. cigars. And once you discover small ring gauges, you're going to really look in the mirror and say, what was I thinking smoking those big ring gauges all these years? And I'm not saying you have to be a Lancero smoker, because that's a whole different animal. I do smoke Lanceros because I'm also a pipe smoker. So I understand that take your time. You can't get it too hot. I sat with a guy. I gave him a double Corona. Double Corona. This is a big cigar. Guy smoked it in a half hour and then proceeded to tell me, your cigar is fucked up. And I'm like, bro, I still have a Toro left in my hand. And you're not, 30 minutes. You didn't give this thing a chance to breathe. It was just hot all the way through, you know? But once you discover small ring gauges, it opens up your mind and you're just like, oh my God. I'll tell you a great story. So I'm at an event in Vegas. And we were at this pool party in Vegas. And there were a bunch of guys smoking big ring gauge cigars. And there was a table of ladies watching me smoke a Lancero, and they were kind of laughing and snickering. And I could tell I was the subject of conversation. So I went over and I said hello to them. And the one girl said to me, hey, this is going to sting just a little bit, but how do you feel like a man smoking that cigar? And I said, oh, no problem. And I clipped the end of it off and I handed it to her. She started puffing on this Lancero and she was like, oh my God, the flavor is so incredible. And I'm standing there waiting for her to hand it back to me, and she smoked it all the way down. The whole time we were talking to her, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not getting that cigar back, right? And, but once you discover those small ring gauges, you're like, oh my God. Because they give you the true representations of what you're looking for. The wrapper binder filler ratios are perfect. And, to make a cigar fatter, all you do is put more filler leaf in it, right? Those 100 ring gauges. All it is more filler leaf. And, the cheapest thing we buy in the factory is filler leaf, So, not that it's bad tobacco, but I'm just saying, let the wrapper, let the binders, let the wrappers, let the fillers all work together, and they work really well together in small ring gauges.
I will say that if my normal go-to cigar is going to be a Toro or a Robusto. That's just because I like the time that I have with it. Now, if I want a cigar that I'm going pure enjoyment, my favorite size cigar is a Corona.
Me too.
It doesn't last as long as I want it to, but I get more flavor enjoyment. So if it's a night that I'm sitting out here by the fire pit and I'm just going to smoke a cigar to enjoy the cigar and be with my thoughts, I'm going to smoke a Corona. But usually I'm out here every night with a Robusto or a Toro. Couple people commented on here. Bearded Monkey says, I mean, I can enjoy a 6x60, but it's got to be boxed. I get that one.
Yep. Me Absolutely. Too. Bearded Monkey, I'm with you, brother. By the way, shout out to Bearded Monkey. This guy does some really cool photography with cigars. He's awesome.
He does. Really good stuff.
I completely agree. Cigar smoking.
I'm envious.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm envious of people that can take great pictures.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I'm envious of them because they set it up so amazingly. Actually, my Norwegian distributor that's here in Dortmund with me, he does an amazing job of setting them up and taking pictures. I'm so jealous of people that do that. My hat's off to everybody that takes great pictures because I take the worst pictures in the world.
It's one of those things where I will set up a camera to take a picture of something, and I'm looking at that picture going, damn, I just took a good picture. I'm scrolling through and I see one of his and go, fuck. Really? That's what a picture is supposed to look like.
Exactly. That's funny. So I'll see you
What
in a
other
little
Bearded
comments?
Monkey
Come on.
said he had the privilege to smoke with Brian and the gang at Vegas. Can't wait to see you again.
You're on, Bearded Monkey. Great dude. Great dude. We had a great time. We sat in the you all been out to Vegas?
absolutely.
The Sahara has a bar. It's called shit. What the hell is it called? I don't know. Anyway, they have a back room with a fireplace and some chairs around it. We sat back there and smoked a cigar. Maybe ask Bearded Monkey. Bearded Monkey, what the hell's the name of that bar in the hotel in Vegas? I can't remember it for the life of me.
I was just out there with my brother-in-law, and we stayed at Planet Hollywood. And there's a place downstairs called the Glass Bar, and my brother-in-law's kind of a big deal out there. And so they brought us ashtrays every night, and they're like, "Do you need a cutter and lighter?" And I'm like, "No, I brought my own. We're good to go." We actually had a couple Cavaliers out there that one day. It was awesome. But we sat there and had drinks, and way overpriced drinks, but it was a great time, man.
Nice. Yeah, if you guys don't follow Bearded Monkey, get on that Instagram page. He does a great job.
Absolutely. Love his logo too.
Yeah.
Great fucking logo.
I know a lot of people is posting a lot of comments on Instagram, and my Instagram, it only puts up the program I'm using only puts up 5 comments at a time, and then I can't scroll up to see anything. So a lot of people have said some stuff that I've wanted to go back to, and I just haven't. So sorry about that, guys. Just keep posting them as I scroll back and forth and click back and forth to different windows. I'll try to get to them. Casbar, Casbar, was the name of the bar.
Casbar, yes, that's it. Casbar. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now I'll be able to sleep tonight, because otherwise I was going to lay in bed like, what the hell is the name of that cigar bar?
So did you get any good top, Charles?
No, do I get what?
Did you get any good top 5s for our things that piss you off tonight? Just thought that might be a good segue into our hot box question.
Yeah,
but it's up to you.
Let's jump into that one real quick. Every week we're going to post something on there it'll be an image on Instagram, and it's going to be the top 5. So we kicked everything off with this one being top 5 things that piss you off. So some of the comments that we only got a couple of comments on here. And guys, if you're listening, go to our Instagram page and check out that link and comment in there the top 5 things that piss you off. I'd love to read them. But Mitch says, idiots, mean people, abusers of animals, people disrespectful of their elders, and people who do not appreciate veterans. Those are the top 5 things that piss him off.
Oh yeah. Agreed.
Paul says, traffic, stupid people, taxes, politics, and people that abuse children, the elderly, or animals.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Mick, what do you got? Give me some 5 things that piss you off.
Man, it sounds like I'm just piggybacking on our TriStar brothers, but honestly, stupid people and bad drivers have got to be my top 2. Man, I don't know where to even go from there, because it covers so many genres with just those 2 things. Like my everyday life, stupid people and bad drivers. I mean, I'm gonna say it's my top 2 and just call it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm a bad. I should have been more prepared.
When I came up with this topic was 100% because I was thinking about Brian. Because some of the conversations we have is while he's traveling is some of the stupid shit that pisses him off. So whether it's 3, 4, 5, or 20, hey Brian, what are some things that piss you off?
Airlines, hotels. Did you guys see my post about Holiday Inn Express? Right? Like, the only reason I stay at Holiday Inn Express are for the cinnamon rolls. They're amazing. If you haven't experienced them, if you have a Holiday Inn Express in your town, just go spend the night and wake up in the morning. You'll smell these freaking cinnamon rolls cooking. They're the most amazing thing in the world. And then I post this. The next night, I stay in the Holiday Inn Express, and I wake up, and they got these freaking Costco, not even Costco, worse than that, cinnamon rolls that were just absolutely dry and horrible. I'm like, where's the beautiful cinnamon rolls? So that pisses me off. Airlines piss me off because the airline industry has not evolved ever since they invented the jet engine. Yeah, they become more fuel efficient, and they can now fly twin engine jets across the ocean. Yeah, they've evolved some of that, but the travel itself has not evolved. Why the hell can't a plane open up like a DeLorean and you just walk out the side of it? Why do I have to stand there and wait for everybody to stand up and get their luggage? It's like the plane landed. Get the fuck up and get out. You know, what the hell's wrong with you? And that's also how you can tell if... Thank you. That's also how you can tell if weed is legal somewhere, because the plane lands and people are like, you land in Denver, Colorado, and the people are like, bro, that landing, wow. You know, it's like, no, get the fuck up and get off the plane. We got shit to do. You know? And the other thing that pisses me off are airports. Whoever designs these things, I think it's the stupid people that you all are talking about, because airport designs are absolutely freaking horrible. You ever want to see the most fucked up place on the planet? Fly into London Heathrow. It is horrific. Like, I don't know how people, like, I just don't know how people do this. Like, who thought this shit was a good idea? So my whole, and I hate people on their cell phone when they're driving too, because I do ride a motorcycle, and people on their cell phone. You ever want to lose your shit? Just go to Miami and sit behind somebody at a red light. It takes these fucking people 3 minutes to start driving when the light turns green. It's like, I can't go anywhere because I'm behind you. I just want to get a cattle guard on my truck and just push them out of the way. So people that don't move when the light turns green. Now, I do get, like, when you're in Philadelphia, you have to kind of wait a little bit because the cops apparently don't write traffic tickets anymore, is what I've been told. So when I did drive in Philadelphia, I did wait until a little bit after it turned green because everybody's running red lights and it's just, yeah, the Wild West on some of these places. But yeah, those are my things. I hate stupid people and abusers. Forget them. They should be burnt. Not put in prison. They should just be burnt. We should bring back burning people on the stake, because that'll deter people, you know. You burn 3 or 4 dumb people, everybody's gonna get smart real quick. They're gonna be like, oh shit, we better get smart here.
No, that's fine.
So that's me. That's me.
I would say mine would be people without manners. I mean, period, just manners. Whether it's, you know, people that are, you know, I'm still big in my profession. I'm still big with, you know, yes sir and yes ma'am to, you know, your adults that are older than you. You know, opening the door for people, not interrupting people. I mean, of course, we do that a lot on here, but the other one is I ride a bike too. So seeing people on cell phones when they're driving, that absolutely kills me. And riding a bike, people who cut their grass and blow it out in the middle of the street, I want to literally stop and just make them go sweep it up. I absolutely hate that. People who decide that they're going to be out in public and put their phones on speakerphone and have a conversation. I don't want to hear what you're saying. I don't want to listen to your conversation. I don't give a shit about it. Go take it out somewhere and go away from me. And then straight up stupid people. I mean, stupidity is a disease, and this world is suffering from that disease right now. So just stupid ass people.
That's the real pandemic, right? Stupidity is the real pandemic, you know. And to your point about the cell phones, Like I was just on the phone with somebody. I was on the train. I'm like, hey, I can't talk to you because I'm on a train. I'll call you back. Now, could I put them in my ear? No, because I couldn't hear it. So I was on speaker. I was like, hey, I gotta call you back. That's all you have to do. Or at the checkout register, when people are on the phone at the checkout register, oh, that drives me crazy too.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
well, Brian, I know that you kind of told us that hour and a half mark, and we're in an hour and 20 minutes. We've already been on here that long, and I know you've got a big day. So if you want to, we can go into our hot box questions and let you enjoy the rest of your evening if you would like.
Let's do that. Hotbox it.
All right.
Hey, before we get into that, can you guys actually fucking hear me? Because something happened with my earbuds. I had to plug my damn phone in.
Yeah.
I have a little audio problem here.
Yeah,
No, we can hear you.
Okay. I can barely hear you, but let's go with it. Here we go.
All right. So hot box questions are answers that just whatever comes to mind right off the bat. It doesn't have to be a one-word answer. It can be whatever you want. But we're going to take turns asking you some questions, and Mick's going to roll it out the first one.
All right, you want me to start? I can't hear.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
What is your favorite sports team? Do you have a favorite sports team?
Oh, yeah, but I'm afraid to admit to it because I'm starting to feel like the Red Sox fans and the Cubs fans of old. I'm a Yankees fan, but I don't think I'm ever going to see another championship in my lifetime.
Don't worry about it. We're both Falcons fans, so we know what it feels like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your favorite cuss word?
Oh, fuck, without a doubt.
Awesome.
Nice.
I think we already answered this earlier, but aisle seat or window seat?
A window. Because everybody bumps into you when you're on the fucking aisle.
All right. Favorite
Those
joke.
people annoy me too.
Yes, they do.
Oh my God. My favorite
Come on.
joke. Oh
Give
my
us a good one.
God. Oh my God. I have a lot of them, but they're so, like, you got to be careful nowadays with jokes because people can get upset. That's the other thing that pisses me off, that the world has become so fucking sensitive, you know? So, you know, my favorite joke when I'm around attorneys is, did you know that women can get pregnant from anal sex? Where do you think lawyers come from?
That is great. That is awesome.
That's my favorite one.
That's great.
I want to know
this
what the
one's a
look
little
is
bit
when you say
confusing
that.
at times, but is cereal a soup?
Well, yes, it can be if you don't put the right ratio to milk and cereal.
I agree. Me and Charles both said yes, so yeah.
Yeah, it can be. It's making cereal is something you really got to pay attention to because you can make it really soupy and then it's not cereal anymore. You got to get it just right. The right soup, the right liquid to, because some people put beer in their cereal, I guess. You know, but you got to have the right ratio.
Absolutely.
If you could switch lives with any fictional character, who would it be and why?
Fictional character. Oh my God.
Oh, it could be anybody. Cartoon, book, movie.
Yeah. Well, the first thing that popped into my mind was Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
Without a doubt, Bugs Bunny.
Is there a why behind that one?
Well, you know, Bugs Bunny, like those cartoons. Oh, what was that? Did the aliens come?
I don't know. The gremlins just attacked us.
Yeah, the gremlin. Now, Bugs Bunny, he played off of so many other characters too, right? When you think about it. Yeah, he's just this all around fits in, whether it was duck season, rabbit season, you know, yeah, Bugs Bunny just for me just hits it all.
If what superpower would you want and why?
Oh, well, that's easy. I'd want to be able to transport myself to wherever I fucking need to be. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a superpower, but the guys on Star Trek, they were on to something, right? Like, why can't Scotty beam me from Miami to Dortmund? Why do I have to go see all that other shit in between? JFK, London. Like, I give a shit about London. I want to get to Germany. Just get me there. Just teleport me. Yes, 100%.
Okay. What special skill or talent do you have that maybe nobody knows about?
Well, it's out there because if you look at my Instagram, when I hike, I like to balance rocks. So if you go back and look at my Instagram, you'll see it. It's something that like I've been doing for many, many years. And the thing about it is I don't balance little rocks either. I balance pretty sizable rocks, and it takes a while to. And I don't balance them like on a flat size. I pick like the most pointed part of the rock, and that's how I get it to stand up. And it can take a while. So if you go hiking with me, much like my podcast, I usually give you a disclaimer. Hey, if I pick up a rock to balance it, we might be here for a while.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Go take a look at my Instagram. You'll see it.
Oh, I'm going to.
Hell yeah. Here's one of my favorites. Would you rather accidentally send a nude picture to your mom or your boss?
Which, by the way, is a great movie. Would You Rather? You got to watch it. It's Sasha Grey, the porn star's first attempt at a mainstream movie. It's called Would You Rather. Highly recommend it. Oof, wow. Sending a dick pic to mom, that kind of sounds fun, you know? Like, I don't know.
Love it.
All right. So the last one. What is the best piece of advice someone has ever given you?
Don't consummate your wedding with anal. Save it for the honeymoon.
I feel a soundbite coming. It's definitely happening.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm immune to sound. So I'll tell you a little story real quick because I know it's getting late. We've been on here for a while. So there was a time when I did drink, right? And I did a lot of stupid shit when I was drunk. And one of them was my first cousin who looked like Madonna, like a virgin Madonna, not today. I'm kind of a lesbian Madonna, the really hot Madonna. So she came to visit me at college, and, you know, I got a little drunk. One thing led to another, and, you know, you guys from Tennessee aren't going to be shocked by this, but we ended up in bed together, right? So fast forward, there's a radio station in Palm Beach, Florida that does White Trash Wednesday. You had to call up and explain to them that you're not really white trash, but you did something kind of white trashy. So my buddy's like, you got to call up and you got to share this story with them. So I call up, I share the story with them, and they're like, "Are you willing to say that on air?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." Now, at this point, I'm sober, so still making bad decisions, but I'm sober. And so what I didn't know is I was going to be the promo for White Trash Wednesday for like 2 years after that point.
That is great.
I love that. That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
before Brian goes, you want me to? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
She did look like Madonna. She used to actually win costume contests at Halloween, but she wasn't in costume. She was just, that's how she looked. And they're like, and the winner is Madonna. And she's like, I won again? I'm not in costume, you know?
So, you want me to give my review before you go, Brian? Would you like to be a part of this?
No, I'm gonna pass on the review because I just hit 330 and I'm starting to lose my filters and shit's coming out that I don't want to come out, like anal on the honeymoon. Yeah,
Brother,
yeah. You guys,
good.
you guys
We'll
jump on
definitely
those
make sure you get
reviews. I'm going to sleep.
Brian,
I'm out.
It was
We
an
appreciate
absolute pleasure to have you on.
Thank you guys, and keep it real, fellas. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
See you, brother.
Bye.
Appreciate it, man. Dude, I don't know what happened to my fucking audio. I'm sorry. I'm now holding this thing 2 inches from my face. I mean, my nose is big enough anyway, so I don't need it this close to my head. But here we go.
That'll work. So I did tell you that we had I had a sound clip that I was going to play for you. So to set this one up, I usually don't. I usually don't even get into the politics part of it, but have you've seen on the news and stuff that, you know, when Trump made the comment about over in Ohio where they're eating dogs and cats and shit like that? All right. Well, somebody took that and they decided to put it to music and made a song out of it.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
So here you go.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
People of Springfield, please don't eat my cats. Why would you do that? Eat something else. People of Springfield, please don't eat my dog. Here's a catalog of other things to eat.
They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're eating the cats.
Meow, 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 meow.
They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Brother, that is outstanding. Oh my gosh. That was fucking hilarious. I did not see
I've
that
been
one
singing
coming.
that song for 2 days now.
That is fabulous. Fabulous. I'm glad we premiered that here. I'm sure it's everybody's seen it but me, but it's fucking awesome, man. Yeah, that's good stuff. So man,
let's
Brian
talk about
was
your
fucking
cigar.
Great, man. Oh,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was amazing, dude. It was
Brian's
amazing.
always great. Brian's one of my favorite people to just sit down and talk with. I mean, you go and start, you start talking to him and you think a conversation is going to go one way, and then as you can tell, conversation goes completely a different direction. And that's what we told him from the beginning. We're not really going to talk about cigars. We're going to talk about a little bit, but just some brief history of how y'all got started, and we'll see what happens. And I guess we saw what happened.
He did not disappoint, man. Man, there's definitely got to be a soundbite made from that last part. That was fucking outstanding.
Yeah.
The hot box questions, man, they did not disappoint.
No. I'm sure there's going to be a few clips that comes from the hot box questions as well. So you were talking about you did your review. I did not do a review. I was trying to, by the time I was trying to go back and forth and try to figure out what to read and stuff, it got to where that was just too much. So,
nah, man, amazing work hosting as always. You always do a great job with that, and I know you and Brian are tight, so I mean, I'm sure it was totally natural just shooting the shit with Brian, and it's amazing, man. It's not like we're doing a cigar interview; we're talking to a friend. So it was absolutely outstanding. Yeah,
so
man.
Go ahead and give us your thoughts on this one.
All right. So first third, I got light clove, black pepper, maybe a little bready. Second third, I got creamy oak. Shout out to Devin. A little creamy.
Devin.
Clove, a little bit of clove. That clove kind of followed through. It was light, but it was prominent. So an almond on that as well. And I got, oddly, it's a sweeter retro than I'm used to. It almost had a little bit of like syrupiness to it, but it was amazing. Creamy oak as well. And on the final third, less clove. Still got a little bit of that sweetness on the retro. So pre-light, appearance excellent, construction excellent, and aroma was good. Flavor was good. Second, third, excellent. Final third, excellent. Overall was excellent. I truly enjoyed this cigar. Smoking characteristics, the draw was good. Burn was good. The smoke production was excellent, consistent the whole way through. I did have one or two touch-ups, but other than that, it was a very great burn the whole way through. Overall impression was excellent, and yes, I would buy a box. Smoking time was around 90 minutes, and overall, I gave it a 91 out of 100.
91,
very, very great
nice. I will smoke that one this week sometime, and I will do my review on it as well. I won't do it live, but I'll do our reviews together or put our scores together, and I'll have that posted out sometime. Probably the weekend.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll send you my scores too, man.
Awesome. Please do that.
Yes, sir.
So let's see. Let's do a little cigar news, and before we close things out for the evening.
Right.
As always, Cigar News is brought to you by Cigar Public. If you want to see them, go on Instagram, look up Cigar Public, or go to cigarpublic.com. That's where we get all of our news, and you can find whiskey articles as well as cigar reviews and stories. You smoke any Castagli cigars, any?
I don't think I have.
Okay. Well, they are about to expand their line. We have a press release from them. It says Castagli. Man, I can't speak tonight. You'd think I was the one drinking. Castagli Cigars is proud to announce the expansion of its brothers in the Sabre line with two new additions. The Epicurus line, honoring General Antone Charles Louis de... I am way too redneck to read these names. La Salles of France, and then the Vader line, paying tribute to the Field Marshal Joseph Radsky von Retzev of Austria. These new cigar lines will debut at Intertabac in, I guess, probably starting tomorrow. Following the launch, both lines will be available in general production cigars at Castagli Cigars, distributed worldwide. So they have a new line. I've had some of their cigars. I've enjoyed what I've smoked.
Check them out.
So, yeah, check them out. This one comes every year, so it's one that a lot of people, especially reading, some of the comments in our Herf Crew chat. JC Newman ships 2024 Brickhouse Bricktoberfest cigars. This week, JC Newman Cigar Company is shipping Brickhouse Bricktoberfest cigars to 113 retailers across the United States and Germany. This year's release of Brickhouse Bricktoberfest cigars is a 6x52 cigar with a pigtail cap. Rolled at JC Newman, Pinza, and Esteli, Nicaragua. These limited edition cigars feature a Havana Rosado wrapper grown in Ecuador with a hearty blend of Nicaragua tobaccos. This blend is designed to pair perfectly with a bold Oktoberfest-style lager. I know you're a beer guy, so if you enjoy that style of beer, you should grab one of those and try it out for us. Give us a review and see what you think. Maybe we try to find a way to pick up some of those, and that'll be one of our cigar reviews that we do, and we both get a lager and drink with it.
Sounds perfect, man. Yeah, I know a couple of our guys in the Herf chat were saying about that cigar specifically, and yeah, it's supposed to pair well with a lager, a Dunkelweizen, something German. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm down for that. It's that time of year for some dark beers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a beer guy. I mean, I drink my Coors Banquet, but that's about it. Said this blend is designed. Suggested retail price is going to be $10 each, or $100 for a box of 10.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. I haven't had the Bricktoberfest before. Never tried it. I do enjoy some of their other cigars. So that'll be one that, again, it's only at a select number of stores. So I'm sure we can try to find one somewhere and give it a shot. Have you tried anything from Artista Cigars?
I did, yeah. I've had a couple there.
Okay, cool. Well, Artista Cigars announces that it has begun shipping of the David Ortiz Hall of Fame cigar today. We are happy to begin fulfilling orders for our customers just in time for the U.S. baseball postseason. The Hall of Fame is the latest line extension of the Ortiz and Honduras, and honors Ortiz induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2022. The Hall of Fame by David Ortiz features a Mexican San Andres wrapper and a sweet Indonesian binder and fillers, and a filler blend as powerful as Ortiz's career. The Hall of Fame by David Ortiz is offered in regular production Toro 54x6, as well as a limited edition Figurado, of which only 541 boxes will be made. 541 is an important number to Ortiz in his career, representing the number of home runs attributed to him during his professional career. Each limited box has hand numbered. The Toro is offered in a 20-count box, and the LE is a 10-count box. You're looking at $15 per cigar, and the Figurado is going to be around $16. The bands look pretty cool. I haven't tried any of those. I haven't tried any of his cigars, but it's another one that, looks like I'm going to have to hunt out. And I got one more.
I carry a couple of them at the Abbey, so I've had a couple of them, but they've been solid. But I would absolutely pick that one up. I'm not per se a Red Sox fan. I'm a Phillies fan. I mean, you know that, but
right.
David Ortiz was the first guy that really made a career out of being a designated hitter. And he was fun to watch, man. That dude was not fast, but he was fucking strong. And he would just, man, some of his home runs were just towering monster drives. He was fun to watch. But back when, the Yankees and Red Sox seemed to be in it every year in the ALDS. And it was just a lot of fun to watch, man. So absolutely, I'd pick up that stick. I love how things cross over, sports, cigars, and it's kind of a cool tribute. So yeah, definitely check that one out.
Cool. So my last one is a cigar that I absolutely loved when it first came out. And it is Dissident announces the 2024 release of the Molotov. I am super excited about this. I love that cigar. The Molotov is a mild to medium limited edition cigar originally released to much fanfare over 2 years ago. Dissident's most popular and most requested release of all time. The Molotov is available to ship immediately and offered a first-come, first-served basis to Oveja Negra brand retailers. Dissident owner and blender Sin Coburn says the limited edition Molotov sold out quickly upon its release, or upon its original release, and has been requested constantly from fans and retailers alike. We kept everyone waiting long enough. It's time to set the world on fire once again with this badass cigar that's full of flavor and attitude. Country of origin is Nicaragua. Ecuadorian Rosado wrapper, Ecuadorian binders, and Nicaraguan Dominican fillers. 5x50 Robusto, an account of 20. MSRP is $12.50. When they first released those, she put out a video of her signing all the boxes, and I went and bought one of the boxes, and it's in one of my aging humidors, and hasn't been opened yet. So it's still sitting in there for the original one. So I will have to get one of the new ones and compare it with the original one that has sat now for 2 years. So that has me excited.
I think I know a guy that may have painted you a cigar picture with in it. So I knew that was one of your favorites.
He did.
I read that story earlier, and I was like, man, that definitely screams you right there.
Oh yeah, definitely. So that is our cigar news brought to you by Cigar Public. Go visit them at cigarpublic.com and check them out on Instagram at Cigar Public.
Bro, I think I'll save my Meanwhile in Memphis till next time, because I have all this really great audio equipment coming. It's supposed to be here tomorrow, and
Nice.
I will not have this problem next week. I feel like an asshole right now because I have my phone like nearly on my head trying to listen to it. I have no idea what's going on, but as long as you can hear me, I guess it's working, but it's kind of pissing me off right now.
It's all good. Well, we had quite a few people on Instagram jump on and leave comments. We had decent following on YouTube tonight. Sorry to all the Instagram people who Instagram booted you out for the first 15 minutes of the show, but you guys got on there and you guys participated. If you watch this on YouTube and replay, still check us out. Go to our Instagram account and find the question of the day, the 5 things that piss you off, and leave a comment on there. We'd love to read it, and we will do our best to comment on there. I guess next week is our next show. We're going to do a back-to-back, aren't we?
Yes, sir. I believe next week is Silent Hero.
Silent Hero. We got Bryce on with Silent Hero next week. So we will get him on and get him set up. And he's got an amazing story to tell. And his cigars go to a worthy cause. So I actually have some sent in. I think we're going to smoke the Maduro, right? We're going to smoke and review the Maduro because we both actually have the damn cigar.
Yeah, we're getting better at this every week. Every week's a little bit of an adventure. Charles just upgraded some of his equipment. Mine should be here tomorrow. We promise eventually this will be a little bit more streamlined. But next week is Bryce, and we love what he's all about. His cigars are super solid, and we're looking forward to having him on. His story is amazing. Supports an amazing cause, so we're excited to have Bryce on. He's one of our boys. He's one of our TriStar guys. So yeah, it's great stuff, man. We're really looking forward to next week.
Tilting back that drink. Look at you. Well, I want to thank everybody for jumping on here. Again, follow us. Go subscribe to us on YouTube. We last week, which we need to shout out our guy who won our 500 winners or 500 subscribers on Instagram. So we actually had last time when we were on here, we wanted to try to get to 500. We were 60 away from 500, and holy damn, that took off quick. So really impressed, really impressed with all that. So we did have a winner, and I'm trying to pull him up really quick.
Somebody, John or Johnny, yep. Somebody.
Johnny Cigar on Instagram at Johnny Cigar. He was our 500th winner, and when I get back, I will be sending him out some cigars. So we're trying to get to 1,000 now. So help us out. Go follow us on Instagram and follow us on YouTube as well.
Yeah, we appreciate all the support, and I'm looking forward to next week already, man. It was a great night, just hanging out with our boys and really
By
doing
the
our thing. Great cigar, great
by the
drink.
way,
and, I appreciate it.
we are currently at 954 people on Instagram.
There might be something in the works for number 1,000. So don't hold out to be number 1,000, but help us get there. I appreciate it.
Help us get there. Well, I appreciate you jumping on here tonight, even with your audio issues and the damn geese. So
I do what I can, brother.
by the way, we will probably have we're working with a new, I guess, a special guest that may show up every once in a while and do some of our intros. So we have that may be tested out next week as well. So stay tuned for that one. But hope everybody has a great night. Hope you have a great night, Mick. And I will start downloading all this stuff and we'll see where it goes. So stay tuned.
Much love, everybody. We appreciate you, and thanks, Charles, for everything you do, brother. It's a good time, and we'll catch you next week, man.
My pleasure. Y'all have a great one.
Take care, guys.